We're live! Hello! Welcome, Internet! And the people who are coming to watch Star Trek Adventures tonight. Welcome to Star Trek Adventures, Shadows and Starlight. This is Massive Damage Adventures, usually a one-shot podcast, but we're doing this lovely Twitch stream, and this is our 6th episode. I am Meric Moir. My pronouns are he, him. I am the GM, as well as Captain Fen. If he shows up, he's usually not around. Let's get our introductions. Well, before we jump into introductions, you'll notice that we are doing 4 players instead of 5 players tonight. Earl, unfortunately, was unable to make it. Ensign Barnaby Throughput is in the infirmary. And then Lieutenant Joyeh Nonat had some technical difficulties as computers stopped working. So here we are, and I'm very thankful to the players, and I'm very thankful to Cierra for jumping in last minute. So welcome. Please introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, I am Cierra. My pronouns are she or they. I am Lieutenant Commander Nobogh, Chief Engineering Officer.
On to you, Grace.
Hello, I am Grace. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Lieutenant Commander Iris, the hologram flight controller on board the ship.
Good evening, I'm Justin. They, them. I'm playing Jirna Kolrami, Zach Dorn, Lieutenant Commander.
And I am Sharayah, she, her, and I am playing Tahna Sewell. I am the science officer.
Woohoo! And tonight we are going back into the darkest house because it's our 6th episode. And this is the big, exciting episode. So make sure to text all of your friends and tweet about this and get them in there because we've got so many giveaways. Our giveaways this episode include 2 $10 gift cards to Modiphius Entertainment, 1 $25 gift card to Monte Cook Games, 1 month of Roll20 Pro, and 1 copy of The Darkest House for you to run your own scary horror games in any system with your friends. So, you know, get your people in here so that somebody can win it. As always, this Twitch stream sponsored by Roll20. Thank you, Roll20. We love you so much. You're wonderful. And now we'll go to the intro video. We're back. All right. The USS Artemis has just left Thatrov 4 after having successfully delivered livestock and biological samples to the Lenidians who live there. Successfully. I mean, the delivery was successful. In transit had a couple of shaky bits, but, you know.
Always.
That's just in the logs. We don't need to... It is a strong step forward in diplomatic relations with a new species here in the Shackleton Expanse. However, not all is right on the Artemis. Some of you have doom. Can you put your hand up if you have doom? All right, Agala Nobogh has doom.
I think I do.
I'm pretty sure you do, Tahna Soul, because you were in for the first episode of The Darkest House, but not for the second. And then Grace, no doom for Iris. Whew. Okay, so Cierra, let's start with you. Agala has been having just terrible nightmares for weeks now. What has she been doing to address that?
Probably not sleeping much, probably just overworking to, like, nope, don't even need to think about it, everything's fine. No terrible nightmares about this terrifying house here. I'm just gonna do some engineering stuff and see if I can't fix this holodeck without going back in.
Okay, so you are still attempting to work on the holodeck and figure out what's going on?
I'm doing anything I can to avoid sleeping.
Okay. Hang on 1 second as I tell my DJ not to update Windows today. Seems good. Okay, so would you be working on regular engineering around the ship, or do you want to take a stab at looking more at the Darkest House, or at, holodeck 3 right now?
I'm probably doing more regular ship maintenance engineering. I don't want anything else to break. Mad about it.
I mean, this ship is old. There's always something that needs tuning up or replacing. There's a lot of things that are just worn out and need that little extra bit of care. So you're definitely not lacking for jobs.
Same.
Hang on 1 second whilst I repair something as well. So what about Tahna Soul? You also are having nightmares, trouble sleeping. You've only got one doom, so it's really just that sort of extra bit of exhaustion and dark dreams. Are you doing anything to manage that or reduce the problem?
I think a little bit of distraction with work, and a lot of trying to rely on the profits, kind of turning to my Bajoran faith a little bit to see if maybe that can help with getting rid of the nightmares.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and roll a, what would this be? What would this be for you? Would this be an insight with maybe command to sort of represent you meditating or trying to overcome it using your beliefs in the prophets?
Maybe. That sounds good.
Okay. So I'm going to say that this is a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Do you have any focuses that would apply?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not from the look of it. Well, I guess I have psychiatry, but I don't know if that works on myself.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't it? You have all the coping tools.
Okay. I gotta remember how to roll on roll 20. It's the task roll, right?
That's correct. So, the super cool Roll20 character sheets, you click the attribute and discipline, you have 2 dice, and you go ahead and roll it.
I don't think I got that.
You
I
only
got a
rolled
big ol'
one
zero.
die, so you need to put 2 under task roll,
Oh,
and then we'll try
my
again.
bad.
Yeah, all good. Okay.
Okay, I got 1.
1 success. So, unfortunately, you're spending the time doing it, and you're putting your energy into it. You feel a little bit better, but it doesn't get rid of the dreams.
Mm-hmm. I would be greatly disturbed by this.
So, Grace, what would your character be doing just sort of in her spare time, as you were probably recently at the helm flying away from Thatrav 4, and now you're off duty shift?
Yeah, so I don't know how much free time she has if she has to be shut off periodically, but with the time she does have, I think she would enjoy, because I presume there are like greenhouses somewhere on the ship, maybe, for like air cycling and that kind of thing. So she would enjoy just spending time there, just quietly walking through, looking at the plants, and just enjoying solitude.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, there is a full arboretum up on, it's about deck 4. It's
Amazing. That is her favorite spot.
It's like 3 decks tall and has fully growing plants.
Excellent. And she's like, because she hasn't, this is like one particular gap in her education. She's not super familiar with arborism in general. So she's like going through quite slowly and like mentally cataloging a lot of the plants she finds and learning about their unique properties and that kind of thing.
Excellent. Cool. All right. Justin, what would Jirna Kolrami be up to?
Jirna has been reassessing the fleet deployments near the Cardassian border, and has been spending most of his free time defeating the senior staff at Stratagema, and is getting a little bit bored. Jirna has heard that there's an interesting and challenging holodeck program that there's been a lot of talk about in 7 Forward. And Jirna is interested in seeing what he can do in that program.
Okay. So, if Jirna is perhaps taking a turbolift down to the holodecks, what we'll do is we will cut to Ag-Ala, who hears a whisper. And at first, there's just a sound, sort of like behind you or off to the side, that you're not quite certain who might have said that. You wait, and then you hear it again, and it's definitely your name. Ag-Ala.
After hearing the whispers in the house, does it sound like the house is whispering?
It does sound a lot like the whispers that you had heard in the room with the pillars. It definitely gives you that same sort of vibe.
Oh no. Well, I guess it's time to try and fix the holodeck again. It's leaking.
And so, you head on to the turbolift and probably end up, because it's a game where everybody's ending up in the same place, riding the same holodeck as Jirna Kolrami. Sharayah, for Tahna Sul. We'll say she's off shift right now. Would she be in her quarters, or would she be in, the 10 forward or 7 forward or anything like that?
Probably in 7 forward.
Okay. So you're sitting at a nice table, you've got a drink or some food, and you look out through the window ports and everything is dark. You don't see the transfer of space nearby, and you look around, and everybody in 7 Forward is frozen completely still. And you hear, Sul, Tahna Sul, a little whisper. Then everything starts up again, and you feel yourself standing up and moving towards the door.
I think instinctively I kind of know what this is. So I think, Tana's not excited to go back because she did not enjoy the last time. But she will kind of carefully, slowly make her way towards the holodeck.
Mm-hmm. And then
Kind of in that kind of way.
Grace, you will say that your systems probably have, like, diagnostics that perhaps tell you the state of the holodecks just in case. Like, that's just the sort of thing that might be hardwired into your emitter. And you notice a significant amount of power being drawn to holodeck 3.
That seems like it bears investigating.
So with everybody sort of being drawn in, you arrive on the holodeck level. Jirna Kolrami and Agala Nobogh walking together, probably off of the turbolift. You see the little sign still hanging on there saying, out of order. Holodeck 3. You can all discuss amongst yourselves if you want to sort of explain why you're here or what's going on. The holodeck has not yet opened until somebody approaches the door.
I make sure that people who've not gone in here before know what they're getting into. Do you want nightmares? You're gonna have nightmares.
I do not have nightmares.
You might. This holodeck breaks all of the rules.
It has been some time since I've had a nightmare that I found challenging, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right. And so, who steps forward first?
I will.
Jirna Kolrami moves towards holodeck 3. The doors quietly just open, and inside you can see the trophy room. So let's do this. Thrak is no longer there.
I think this is different from the room that I started in last time.
Yeah. Okay.
This is where we left last time.
Do like so. There we go. And I'll do this so that you can see it once again. Oh. Where is... There we are.
Oh, nice.
And go to... Make that a little bit bigger for everybody watching. We'll go to the creepy music.
Oh, yay.
So,
Oh, I like the jackalope. That's nice.
you look in through the holodeck doors and you see this room festooned, completely decorated with animals that have been hunted and displayed here. You notice the elk on the wall, like right over there. It is sort of ragged and shredded. It looks as if it's been heavily like somebody took a piece of wood or something heavy and sort of smashed against it a number of times. It looks pretty ragged and hangs a little bit off the wall.
What happened in here?
Whichever crew member began this program, I expect they should be psychologically evaluated.
It's more the program, I think, that selects itself.
Fascinating.
I'll go in, but I'm keeping a healthy distance from the elk head, just in case it wakes up.
All right. So you go in, keeping a healthy distance from the elk creature, but doesn't move, doesn't make a sound.
This is an improvement?
Did it move last time?
In the worst way, yes.
So in here, you can see that to your left there's a fireplace. There's a pair of rifles over the top of it. There are two doors. The one that you're sort of entering through, and the one that is completely across on the other side, right there.
Nowhere else to go but in.
All right.
So the four of
Jirna will step in
Yeah.
and marvel at the archaic room that he finds himself in.
So the four of you step in, and the holodeck doors close behind you, leaving just a regular door that I suppose would be open at this point. And from this one, when you look back through it, you see a library with a desk and a single lamp on top of the desk through that door.
Has anybody been in the library before? Agala, have you?
I think I remember going there last time I was here. I believe there were more creepy notes under the chair.
Helpful or just creepy?
Let me remember. 1 second. Mostly creepy, possibly helpful. The person who lived in this house is using the house to have their mental location to deal with their memories and feelings and things.
Definitely somebody who was having some challenges.
I believe it was a psychological tool, but something went wrong.
I guess we all have our coping mechanisms. Is there another exit?
The door in front of us. It's kind of a loop, but this house.
So you would know that the door in front of you led to that area with the coffin. And the door behind you with the library has one door that you haven't yet gone through. So you kind of found this loop. Yeah.
There was one door, if we go back through the library and past, there was one door we didn't end up going through last time we were here.
Have we explored this room much?
No. The elk was trying to kill us last time, so...
Okay. Jirna is going to kind of just curiously tour the room and pick up books from tabletops and flip through them and look into the gaping mouths of all of these creatures that are so unfamiliar to him.
Everything
Just
seems...
see if... Or go ahead. Yeah, that's about it.
Everything seems to be covered with like a layer of dust. It doesn't seem like anybody has been in here in a very long time. The books are all sort of like, some of them are geographies, some of them are maps, some of them are... One is actually going to be about taxidermy itself. And like you look and you see these animals are very like well preserved. Whoever did this knew their craft.
A noble craft, yet such a skilled mind would have been better used in strategy. Okay.
So, would anybody else like to look around in the room, or would you like to head to the library or to the room with the wake?
I'll go check out the elk head now that it's not trying to bite our faces off, and just like see if there's anything nearby.
So you can go ahead and sort of search around it if you like. So rolling 2d6 and adding your rating. If you have any sort of modifications for searching, you can add that instead of your rating. Yeah.
And then a separate d6 for the house die, correct?
Correct. I see. That's very good. So yeah, you got the 9 plus 2, you got an 11. I guess I could have just taken the house die off of that. So you do succeed, and the house die rolled higher than one of your dice. So the house
Oh dear.
As you're sort of inspecting the elk, you notice it quiver just a little bit. And as you're watching it, one of its eyes turns towards you, and all you can just sort of sense from it is just deep fear.
That checks out with how things were when we left.
Trauma.
There was some terrifying footsteps just as the holodeck let us out.
And as you're sort of looking close towards it, you see sort of like some movement underneath the fur of its like muzzle, and it just sort of transfixes you for a moment, and then it sort of tugs, and a little fly crawls out from under the skin. Please make a defense against a rating 5 mental attack.
Oh no. That's just the regular 3d6 plus rating?
Yes, unless you have something that's like, I have a boon against mental attacks, or I'm good at not being terrified.
I mean, I'm resistant against non-lethal. Terrifying fly, probably not lethal.
Yeah. That would be non-lethal. This is so resistance against non-lethal from right. Oh, that's your
Being a Klingon.
right. So that's like fighting training.
Fighting. Yeah.
Not unfortunately mental damage.
And survival would be if I was hunting the elk.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to get a 12 or higher.
Hey, I got 14, and the house
Whoa.
die was butts.
That's fantastic.
Very
Okay.
nice.
So yeah, you this fly crawls out from underneath the skin, and then more just continue to sort of like come out of this hole, crawling over it, and it's up to you how you react. It does not cause you any permanent mental distress.
I jump back because that is startling, and ugh, no, thank you.
Jirna kind of just leans over and checks it out and says, perhaps this taxidermist was not as skilled as I had first thought.
Well, the elk is still kind of alive. Its eyes were moving, and last time we were here, its entire head was moving. So
That's okay, I'm a Kolrami, I'm just naturally arrogant.
All right. Where do you want to
I
go?
think that's all
Let's do
there
this.
is for the elk. Yeah.
I guess we go. I'm not inclined to go into a room with a coffin.
The coffin was weird. It had the chief security officer in it, and he was standing right there.
Brutal.
Okay.
No one wants to grab a rifle from the mantle?
I've got my phaser.
Archaic human weapons. I really couldn't care less.
I think my phaser's more effective. And it's
Extremely
totally not. It's not like Tahna to just have her phaser. She's not a phaser first kind of gal, but she has her phaser out.
We should investigate whichever room is most likely to be responsible for the power spike. Unless the power spike was in fact the program beginning on its own. Interesting.
We haven't found any rooms that would have power, honestly.
Yeah, everything that I've seen so far in this place is archaic.
This is my first journey to this particular scenario. Since you are more experienced, you ought to take the lead.
Oop. Quick second while that sets up again.
The house booted her.
The house acts. All right. So
We're haunted.
Agala taking the lead.
Yeah. I'll head for that room that we didn't go in. With
Yeah.
my phaser absolutely out.
Okay. So first you head back to the library. I don't remember what the purple drawing was. Anybody remember what that was?
That was the door we went in first.
Ah, there you go.
Because we started by going to the left, and then the next left.
Okay, so the library, bookcases along 3 of the walls, the simple wooden desk with a matching chair, few pens, a single notebook, and 4 doors. So you are coming out of the one at the top, which, if you're looking at the handout, is to the left, and the like here. I'll move this to this map so that I can ping. Yeah, so this is where you're coming out. This way leads to the well, it led to the surf shop. This hallway leads back towards where you'd entered with the large double doors and the other hallway that you haven't explored. And then there's a hallway right here.
I will head straight for the hallway that we did not enter.
Oh,
with
hang on.
purpose.
Oh,
I'll
I've got
follow.
something.
Conviction.
I've mixed it up just a little bit. Hang on. Let me just redo that. So yeah, this is the trophy room. And then this was the familiar room. This door hasn't been explored yet.
Going for the one that we haven't done.
Okie dokes. So you open that up, and on the other side is a long, arched hallway. So where is... There it is. So it's
The heartbeat's going.
It's about 12 feet wide, and it's the floor is actually large fitted stones instead of the sort of like hardwood floors that you've been walking on for the most part. As you sort of move in, as Agala steps in, she notices in the light from the single lamp in the library that there are some scratch marks along the floor that seem to like start with some deep gouges underneath your feet and then be pulled down the hallway into the darkness.
Oh, that's
So
fine.
I'm gonna use my tricorder as a flashlight.
Mm-hmm. You actually smell fresh air, like a cool
Oh my
breeze
goodness.
coming from the end of the hallway.
Now, does it smell fresh or does it just smell cool?
It smells like a cool night.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't
that's-
smell like anything, rotten, but it doesn't necessarily smell like flowers either.
It just doesn't smell like farther into a murder dungeon. It smells maybe like outside. I love.
You pull out your
I love
tricorder?
that. Yes, absolutely. Using it as a flashlight because the scratch marks are unnerving even to my stubborn Klingon self. And I will start cautiously walking down the hallway and just making sure everybody stays together and doesn't touch anything.
Okay.
I kind of want to touch stuff.
I touch stuff if you
I'm
want,
suspicious.
but
I'm suspicious
don't be
of piles.
surprised.
I'm like, are these pressure plates? We just step on something.
Just the caution.
So
Arrows start shooting out of the walls.
you move forward and you're watching the ground and making sure that it's not like depressing underneath you. The scratch marks sort of continue along the ground and then abruptly stop. But as you're moving forward, you can see a little bit of light at the end of this sort of 30-foot hallway. The area opens up into an exterior space that's kind of like it's an interior courtyard. And you're coming in from the top right. So hang on whilst I change you over. So let's
Oh,
zoom that a little bit. It's nice. Isn't that great? Great
It's
looking.
beautiful.
is that an altar?
Looks like it.
Might be a statue.
Yes.
Oh no, that's definitely next to it though.
Leaves and twigs fill this interior courtyard. A few bits of brown grass peeking out from between the stones, but the grass is dead. Everything in the courtyard is dead.
Everything is dead.
It's cold and still, and you can hear a little bit of wind in the distance. But everything just feels kind of just old, left alone, quiet. In the middle of the courtyard is a statue of a weeping woman. At her feet, there is a shattered stone tablet. So you can see that.
Oh gosh.
No.
The windows are dark.
Cool.
The courtyard is open to the sky. But the sky is pitch black with no stars or movement. You can see you're coming from that sort of top right area. And there is like two doors leading down to what appear to be a cellar, and then another sort of hallway on the other side.
I'm liking the words over the doors.
No, thanks more.
I'm not taking my eyes off of the
nothing more.
horrifying weeping angel statue.
Yeah,
I'm very suspiciously watching it.
Keep your eye on that. Yeah.
Yep. No blinking.
Look away.
One eye blinking at a time, because that's not happening.
Sort of staring at the statue, you can see that it's stained with age and moisture.
Love me some moisture.
Somehow this is an improvement over the other windows in this place and doors.
There are words on the stone tablet.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Yeah, you can head forward and let me put your characters on the map so that you can show where you are. And so who wants to go over and take a look at the... Iris goes over to take a look at the tablet.
I'll go over as well. Kind of just don't want anybody to be left alone.
So, as
What are you
you
doing?
as you enter the courtyard, Iris, when Iris is going forward, does she keep her eyes on the statue or the sort of stone tablet, or is she looking around and being like sort of situationally aware?
I think when we first arrive in the courtyard, she'll like take a look around and kind of make sure there aren't any immediate threats. And from there, she'll focus on the statue and the tablet.
Okay. So she moves forward quickly. Everything seems clear, but Tahna Sul coming behind you. So Tahna, or Sul, moving quickly behind Iris, notices as Iris sort of reaches the halfway point of the courtyard, above, in the sky, there is a gigantic hand, like 50 feet wide, that just sort of rises up and over and is slowly moving down towards the courtyard, like somebody reaching down into a dollhouse.
I was just gonna say, are we in a dollhouse?
Not again.
Oh no. Okay. Well, the minute I see that, I'm going to draw everybody's attention to it and just be like, everyone, look up. We're not alone.
How fast is it descending?
Quite slowly, but you all basically have like a quick second to react before it's there and in, and apparently like about to grasp Iris.
Quickly, to the other door.
Okay, so everybody please make me a defense against a rating 3 mental attack. So that means you need to get a 10 or higher.
10 or higher. Does my boon help here?
What's your boon
Whenever I resist being coerced or threatened.
Not
That seems
particularly.
threatening.
This isn't like a direct threat against you. It's more the fact that there is a giant hand that is incredibly shocking and terrifying.
It's just a threat in and of itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my composure?
Composure would add to that, yeah. So you could use your composure instead of your base rating.
Okay. So, without the house dice, I rolled an 11, but the house dice beat one of my dice.
Okay. So yeah, you do succeed and the house is going to act. So I'll just put a little mark right there and we're going to come back to that. Did anybody fail?
I'm trying to figure out how to roll, because I don't have physical dice right now.
Okay, so if
How do you do that cool thing you did?
/R space 2d6 plus d6 plus whatever your rating is.
Yeah, it's like dice bedmiss.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
As in like plus.
I just typed it, so do that, but with a slash in front of it. And
Got it.
instead of a 3, whatever your rating is.
And where is your rating?
So your base rating for you're going to be ooh, wait. Grace, did I never send you a Darkest House version of your character sheet?
Maybe not, because I'm still looking at my regular character sheet.
Okay.
Let me see if it's in Roll20.
It is not in Roll20 because it's a PDF.
Okay.
So let me just take a look. I am worried that I forgot to make it. No, I've got a character sheet in here. Oh, but it's not filled out. That's fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to roll at rating 2, and then I'm going to quickly make your character over the break, which is coming up. So yeah, 2d6 plus an off-color d6 plus a rating of 2.
Okay.
All right, so Iris did not succeed, getting only a 4. If you... no, that's not math. Getting a 5. If you call on the house, you will succeed, but then the house automatically acts as well, so...
Looks like the house is acting either way.
But it'll act twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do it.
So, Sharayah, that was your roll with the 8 plus 2. You got the 10?
Yeah, so I got 10, but one of the house dice is higher than one of mine.
It sure did. Oof. Okay, house is acting twice.
Because the house hates us.
It sure
Make
does.
it 3. Make it 3. Or just get plucked.
Right now, this is only the mental terror. You'll still have the opportunity to try and evade this hand coming down.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got 2 successes with the house acting. And then, Justin, Cierra, what happened with yours again?
I rolled really well. And the 6 and the 5.
Right.
Yeah, and I rolled an 11, but the house dice... I rolled a 6-1, and then composure of 4. And then my house dice was 3, so...
Okay, so...
The house
mixed
is acting.
results.
Okay. So everybody succeeded. Nobody takes any mental damage. We're just getting 3 house acts. Cool. All right. Ooh. All right. Here we go. So as the hand is coming down towards you, what's the plan? Ag Allah, who is... Oof, wow. 3 of you are lieutenant commanders. Although she's chief engineer, so she might outrank people, sort of everything. But she said, go to the other door, correct?
Yes.
All right, so is everybody...
And I am ready to tackle Iris out of the way if she can't get out of the way of this hand grabbing.
I positioned myself right by the cellar doors, so I was going to try and throw those open and see if we could beat this hand like a tornado or something.
Okay, so Jirna can throw the cellar doors open, and you see stairs heading down to a small root cellar. The rest of you, as you see this happen, do you head towards the hallway or do you head towards the cellar?
We've been in the hallway. The hallway is scary. I'm going for the cellar.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the group.
Okay, so everybody runs towards the cellar and all the various things happen. The hand is slowly moving down towards you, but you're Starfleet. You're cool and collected. You're getting out of the way of this situation. As Jirna starts to head downwards,
Uh-oh.
Okay. Jirna sees a translucent, ghostly figure clawing its way up the stairs of the cellar, sort of looking back. It's a sort of ragged-faced man, and you don't hear anything, but he seems to be screaming. And then suddenly he goes stiff, and you see an axe appear in his back. I'd like you to make another defense roll against a mental attack.
Okay.
Everything is terrifying today, apparently.
What is this, Arkham Horror?
Yeah. No,
We're like Call of Cthulhu.
Oof. Oh, okay. Does my composure still stand here?
Yes, composure would work for this.
Okay. So I got 10 without the house dice, and I outrolled the house dice in this case.
Okay, so you do know
House
the
dice
rating.
rolled a 1.
The rating is a 4, so you actually need to get an 11. So you will fail this unless you call in the house, but then the house acts again.
The house rolled a 1. What a... like just literally squeezing the end of the tube with the house dice here.
If you do, the house will act again and you will get a doom. Or you can just take this mental wound as it sort of gets under your skin, and you'll have a chance to reduce basically the damage by your rating and a roll.
Yeah, but I'm arrogant and ignorant to how bad things are, so I'm going to use the house dice to complete the pass.
Okay. So, you gain a doom. Add a doom to your character sheet. So that was your house acts. And then hand up for house acts. It was... who else had a house act against them? Yeah. Sharayah.
I think.
Grace. Okay, cool. So we're going to do it like this. Yep. Sharayah, you said that Tahna had her... Did she have her tricorder out?
Phaser.
You had your phaser out. Okay.
Yes.
You're holding your phaser out. Excellent positioning. And then suddenly it hisses. And you look down at it, and it has grown a fanged mouth that opens and hisses at you.
Cool.
Should grab those rifles.
It attacks you. Please
It's
make
like
it.
hilarious and terrible.
Please make a defense roll against a rating 4 attack as your phaser attempts to bite you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Nope. Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
that don't do it.
That's not going to be enough. With an 8, All right. So what you're gonna do is you roll 1d6 and add your rating of 2.
Okay.
You want to roll high.
I got a 5.
Okay. So with your 5, and then we subtract the rating of the opponent, which was 4. Wait. Player rolls 1d6, adds their rating, and subtracts the rating of the opponent. The result is the rating of the wound inflicted. If the result is 0 or less, the hit did inflict significant damage. Okay, so please write down that you have a rating 1 wound as your phaser bit you. And just a reaction, your hand shoots open and the phaser hits the ground and scuttles away into the darkness.
Oh. Serves me right for relying on my phaser instead of communication.
You're gonna have to file
I
a
need to
lost equipment
empathize
report.
with the house.
And then you hear, this is the final house acting. Oh no, we're not the final. The house is acting 4 times because Justin
Jeez
also
Louise.
called on the house. So
My bad.
you're all
Which I both respect and hate.
So you're all running like so over to this area. Jirna, in front of you, this apparition with the axe in its back now disappears. Tahna shouts out, and everybody can see some blood sort of like falling from her hand as something scuttles away into the darkness. And then there's a loud footstep. And you see the hand above suddenly stop and begin to retreat. And then from the area that you hadn't come from, another footstep sounds, and you hear, "I have to finish my great work. Only the great work is important. You mean nothing." And a huge 9-foot tall man, his face covered in shadows but the eyes glowing this golden light, steps forward, and his mouth opens and he looks furious. He's holding a looped belt, and he's got sort of like an old style vest and tie with pants, like pinstripe green and yellow pants, and he stomps forward. Do you all head down into the cellar?
And close the door behind me.
Okay, here, let's share the picture.
Yes.
Also, those pants might be the most horrifying thing we've seen today.
Did we find our hunter? Oh no.
I think this is the father.
Oh no. Oh yeah, he's
Kinda
giving out. He looks like he's handing out spankings for sure.
Yeah.
After all the notes we found, sounds like the father is a terrible person who was awful to his children, and this seems to fit that bill.
Okay, as you all run down into the cellar, we'll go ahead and take our break.
Perfect.
You slam the door behind you, and you hear this angry shout, "Nothing! You mean nothing!" And slam as something hits the cellar doors.
That's not true, everybody. You're all very important. You all
We're
have
very important.
You all matter.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was exciting and cool, and I've got homework to do on our break. But first, we will open the giveaway. So, as a reminder, tonight we have got our super awesome giveaways, because when our episodes are multiples of 3, we do extra stuff. What have we got today? So, our first giveaway of 3 will be The Darkest House. The second giveaway will be $10 to Modiphius and $25 to Monte Cook Games. And then our third giveaway will be $10 to Modiphius and 1 month of pro membership on Roll20.
Dang.
Woo-woo. All right, so let's do this. And if you would like to enter, and everybody should, all you've got to do is put hunters in chat. Hunters. Is that
Do
what it
it.
was? Is that supposed to be hunters? Huh? I mean,
Looks
guess
like
that's
it's
what it
working.
is.
Sounds like there's more than one.
Excellent.
Yay.
Enter the things.
Do it.
All right.
Just don't enter the house. Enter the contest, but not the house.
I mean,
I mean, maybe enter the house when you win it.
Win the house. There you
Win
go.
the house and then run it so other people enter it, but you.
Yeah, make other people enter
Exactly.
the house.
Okay. Well, everybody say the word hunters in chat to get in there. We're doing the 3 giveaways, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. So,
Hunters.
woo! Hello, we're back. And look, I found a gen. So if you're just tuning in now, unfortunately Jen was having some computer problems, and she was going to be playing tonight, and then it wasn't working. But
I'm here.
now you're going to play.
We talked her into it.
I can see all the secrets now.
Haha, don't look at those areas. All right. Okay, so we've got our giveaway entries. Let's give it 30 more seconds, and I'll run through the things again. So other people in the chat, put the word hunters in the chat to enter the giveaway. Right now, we only have 4 people entered. That's amazing odds. If you are the 5th person, for you to get a prize. And then everybody else who's entered is like, Meric, stop talking. Stop telling the people. We want to win the things. As a reminder, what we'll be drawing for right away. First prize is a copy of this, The Darkest House, that we are currently playing with the scariness and the stuff. It is amazing. It is a role-playing game product. It is a role-playing game product by Monte Cook Games that can be dropped into any setting, any game, and it has conversion rules for you to bring your characters, your existing characters, into this. They specifically say it's so much better if you start it with characters who are already established.
Very cool.
It's characters you're already attached to.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it is optimized for online play. All of the handouts that I've got, you just click once in the Darkest House app, and it downloads the stuff, and you can copy text and play audio files. There are some recordings in it. It's a fantastic product. Second giveaway will be $10 to Modiphius Entertainment, who are just about opening their U.S. store for the cheap shipping to the U.S. and Canada, and $25, to Monte Cook Games. So, say for instance, you got that second package, and you really want the Darkest House, you can get it for $25 off. And then the last one, 1 month of Roll20 Pro to get you all these cool things that we're doing with Roll20. Actually, I should point down to where the Roll20 is. I point to the screen. All right. We're closing the giveaway.
Come on.
All right.
Did anybody else enter?
We got 4. I didn't talk anybody else into it. All these lurkers in the chat just hanging out saying, I don't need stuff. Don't
If you're
worry.
watching this, you already like The Darkest House. So, like...
What are you doing?
If you don't win tonight, we do have 3 more episodes with giveaways every episode. All right, we're doing our first draw. This is for the Darkest House. Who gets it? Who gets it? Trajan the Ruthless. Congratulations, the Ruthless.
Congratulations!
Woo! You got the Darkest House. And for our 2 times gift card package of $10 to Modiphius, $25 to Monte Cook Games, Zan Mekti. Congratulations, Zan
Mekti.
Woohoo! And our final draw for $10 to Modiphius and 1 month of Roll20 Pro is Where's My Cow? Congratulations, Where's My Cow?
Yeah!
Where is your cow?
It's not a cow, but it's a consolation.
Is the cow in the house?
I hope the cow's not in the
I
house.
hope not.
Oh, there's definitely cows in the house.
Nightmare cows.
Yeah, they're
The house
probably nightmare
acts.
cows.
A single cow, just like glorped together.
Giant
Right.
udder starts descending.
Oh no. Okay, so to our 3 winners, I will get in touch with you and tell you how to redeem your winnings and so on. Probably get in touch with you tomorrow morning. All right, back into it, everybody. You entered this interior courtyard with this strange, ominous giant hand reaching down towards you as if you were doll creatures. And then everything just went horrible. Ghosts appeared, phasers turned into monsters, and a large man came out shouting at you. You've run down the stairs and slammed the doors behind you, and ahead of you, you see a cellar. So let's move you in as I describe this.
I mean, is a cellar going to be any worse than anywhere in this house?
I mean, the surf shop was okay.
Yeah, the surf shop was pretty nice.
There was a surf shop?
Except for the part where there's a surf shop in this house.
Matthew
Directly
McConaughey
from
there.
a memory.
Ooh.
Zenmekti, I'm looking at that. Yes, I will get in touch with you. I will send you a message on Twitch, like first thing tomorrow, just to get you all of your stuff. Okay. Perfect. The cellar. The doors close behind you. It is dark and musty. Creaky wooden steps lead down to a bare, damp stone floor. There's a little bit of light coming from what appears to be a tricorder as you see your good friend, Lieutenant Joyeh Nonat. So, let's add you all to the map, and I think that there's probably a thing I can show. Iris, Jirna, Tanasul, throw Jirna in the front, and Cellar doesn't have a show thing? Nope. All right.
Joy, what is your commanding officer's name?
So Joy didn't hear you come in, so she's gonna turn around and like jump. And you can tell she's got like bags under her eyes. She's seeming a little bit more like frazzled or frantic. And she'll be like, Agala, hi. Hi. I'm totally supposed to be here. Yeah.
On duty.
Believable.
Yeah. Hey, what are you guys
Great.
doing here?
What is the chief security officer? Who is the chief security officer?
Well, Joyeh certainly remembers, but Jennifer. Oh, you mean Davar?
Oh, good. You're not the projection.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, 100%
I'm gonna go up and hug
honesty
you.
Here. Oh, hi. Yeah, no, careful. Don't, the phasers. So 100% honestly, Davar didn't tell me to be here. I hope that's okay. I just needed to know.
Nobody told any of us to be here.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant too, yeah.
So, we'll retroactively do a quick scene to show how Joyeh got in, just for fun. So you've been having terrible night terrors. Mm-hmm. You've been hearing and seeing things moving around in your room. And you've got this strange piece of, like, tapestry with an eye. A brilliant green eye. And it's real. You got it in the holodeck, but it's in your hand.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And when you're off duty and you're in your quarters, you're holding this and you're looking at the eye, and it blinks just once. And after that, you start to hear the whispers saying, "Come to the holodeck, Joyeh." And so you arrive shortly before the rest of the characters, and you've just sort of been ahead of them and arrived in the cellar shortly before.
Sounds good.
So
Throw it down the well.
what else is in here? As you take a look around, there's a rusty bicycle hanging from hooks in the ceiling upside down. There's a wooden bin, sort of. Where is this? Let's see. There's a barrel and a bin. In one corner, an old wooden bin holds long rotted vegetables. And there's a few tools hanging from the wall, sort of up here at the top.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So hang on. The vegetables are not in the barrel. The vegetables are on the top left on some shelves, and you can see like they've gone to seed and they're rotting on the shelves. Some of the shelves are sort of like bowing and hanging a little bit. The barrel, as Jirna goes to take a look at it, is 1/3 filled with what looks like oil.
Can I use any of the tools to just like jam the door shut so that we at least have a little bit longer in case Big Angry Daddy comes to beat us up?
So if you go and take a look at the tools, which are up here on the top bit, you can find a hammer, pliers, shears, a mallet, a wrench, and a clamp. They're all pretty rusty. They don't look very sturdy anymore.
Well, we've got a home alone this cellar. We've got to pour the oil on the stairs.
What are you guys
And then lure
booby trapping?
Big Belt Man
Why are you guys?
to come down the cellar, slip on the oil, and then
Land
we
on
got
the shears.
Sorry, the who man?
Yeah.
The Belt Man.
Belt Daddy.
Big Daddy, please.
Who's Big Daddy Belt Man?
Yeah.
We think we might have found the father that
Yeah,
was
he's
talked
belting
about in
for a
all those
Welton.
notes.
Yeah.
There was a big angry man yelling at us, holding a belt.
You can't stop the work.
Must complete my great work. Murmur, you don't matter.
Did he have green eyes?
Gold,
They were
but
glowing.
glowy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I agree. We should dump this barrel of oil. I bet you there's something in it.
Also that. Does it look like there are any other exits from the cellar?
No, there are no other ways in or out of the cellar. And yes, somebody just pinged on a crate which has a closed top.
Yeah, I'm interested in this.
All right.
Okay.
Does Tahna Sewell open the crate?
I'm gonna just give it a second until we figure out what we're doing with the barrel.
I'm gonna help you tip the barrel on the stairs so that it's a wheelie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
No roll required. If there are two people, you're able to lift it and carry it over and pour the oil onto the stairs. It is definitely slick and would cause trouble. It's still dark down here, so it's not obvious that the oil is on the stairs.
Anything's in the barrel?
Nope. Just oil.
All right.
Do I hear anything in the crate?
Put your ear down. No. Nothing moving.
Should we look in this, do you think, guys?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grab a garden tool and pry it open.
Yeah, I'll grab something and open it.
Okay, so Tahna grabs one of the tools, pries open the top of the crate, filled with sort of bits of rotten straw. You find a number of like beautiful ornaments, sort of packed carefully, made of mostly colored glass and crystal. Each one of them has like a small brass hook, so they look like they're meant to be hung. And as you sort of like brush aside some of the straw, you see a little piece of sort of tapestry parchment sticking underneath one of them.
We found their winter holiday decorations. Also, hell of a recipe for fire with the oil and the straw, just in case.
This is surprisingly beautiful for such a terrifying place.
Tahna, what's on the parchment? Tahna?
I'll take the parchment out.
So, you pull it out, and it's almost identical to... Oh. We'll hang on while Cierra reconnects.
They're back.
You're back.
I'm back.
More hauntings. You pull it out, and it is another eye. The same type of sort of cross-hatched tapestry-like material, bright green. I don't think so. This wouldn't be familiar to Tahna. You weren't in the library, but if you hold it up, Ag Allah and Joyeh would definitely recognize it.
That's half a face right there. Joyeh, do you still have the other eye?
I might have it around me, and I pull it out of a weird Starfleet pocket.
Starfleet are weird.
Who knows?
And I can say, Tahna, may I please see that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to hold them, like, are they the same eye, or are they, like, two eyes?
They are two eyes. You can actually see where they kind of fit together. And it's definitely, like, part of a painting that has been torn out or cut out.
Oh, wow. These, definitely come from the same painting. We should definitely look for that. And I'm going to slip them back in my pocket.
Yeah. Now let's move this crate. It's a very big crate. I want to see what's under and behind it.
Yeah.
Thinking.
You pick up and you sort of like pull the crate over. There's just
Put it at the base of the stairs so that Big Daddy Beltman has something to trip on.
It's slightly clearer, slightly cleaner bit of floor, but no secret exits or anything like that. Good try though.
Okay, well, Joyeh's going to take out her two phasers and say, well, should we go through?
Yeah, let's open the crate or the cellar door again.
All right. Careful going up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll just kind of step on the outer edge of the stairs where it's not so oily, and throw the door open when everyone's ready.
Okay.
Actually, I have a quick question. Since we mentioned fire, do we in fact have a way to light something on fire?
It's a good question.
I could engineer something, I'm sure.
Okay, because I'm eyeballing that bicycle. And I would love to take the wheels off if they're still working, coat them in oil, light them on fire, and send them spinning out the door to hit whatever might be there.
Amazing.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. The tools here are pretty shoddy, but you can use them to sort of manipulate enough that you can pull the wheels off of the bicycle, sort of roll them in the oil, drench
And
them
rusty
as much.
tools seem great for making sparks.
Excellent.
What's good for making sparks, you said?
Rusty tools.
Aha. Could I get... Let's have Iris do this. Do a roll to determine the natures of the oil, since you're the one making the plan. This is a rating 2, so you just need to get a 9 or higher.
Okay. So that's my 2d6 plus d6 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Or was it a 9 or higher? Or was it 10 or higher?
It was 9 or higher, but you don't add your your house die in. So
That total is misleading.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get a 6. So
Ugh.
never mind. Please
House
continue.
dice. House dice.
Yeah, you can always call on the house, and then you'll succeed. You'll gain 1 doom.
I mean, I might as well. I have no doom. I'll join the club.
All right,
Yeah.
Doom Club.
Doom, doom, doom.
Doom
We are
Club.
We are
Gonna
doomed.
show you how.
Thank you.
Okay. As you are sort of like looking at the bicycle and you're pulling the wheels off and you glance over at the oil, you notice that oil is not necessarily immediately flammable. You do a little bit of an analysis on it, just quickly in your holographic mind, and you can tell that it will only ignite if it is heated enough to turn to a vapor first. It is specifically like a heating oil, but phasers, pretty good. But if somebody had like a Zippo, you wouldn't be able to light this on fire.
But 3 phasers set to kill.
It seems to be kerosene. A primitive.
The low octane, yeah.
At which point...
Phaser. Oh wait, do I have a phaser? Do I carry one?
Yes.
Pew pew.
Yeah. At which point there's a sudden thump and a fair amount of dust drops down on top of Lieutenant Commander Iris, and you look up and the floorboards creak as something heavy is walking above you inside the house.
Is it a hand? Is it a hand walking?
It's the hand.
Although that would suggest it's safe to just run and head like in the opposite direction.
I still want to know what that plaque says.
Yeah.
What
All right,
what if
it's
we
getting- it's
set
get-
up a defensive perimeter with our phasers out while somebody reads the plaque? And be ready to run at a second's notice.
Sounds like a plan. Jirna,
Um,
open the door.
Yeah, I have lead by example, so yeah, I will throw open the door, and we'll see what happens first. But
Excellent.
I'm like poised to run out and get to the statue.
Ooh, actually, I had a thought. I could potentially be the one to read the tablet if everybody else wants to be positioned like a little ways away, ready to run. I want to try something and see if it works.
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I want to read it first, and then when the thing comes, I want to try to throw myself, if possible. Like, throw my emitter and then disappear into it.
into the hand? Or into
No,
the
like,
man?
to another team member. Be like,
Oh,
away,
okay.
and go, run!
Interesting. All right. Okay.
She's gonna
I like it.
fastball
I like
special
that idea.
herself.
All the good plans.
So much faster than running.
The first time.
Carry me.
Okay. So, Jirna throws open the door, correct?
Yes.
And you step out first, phaser ready?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody charges out. Oh. Sometimes the tokens are not set up exactly the same, so I have to be like, whoop. And you charge out, and you look around, and immediately it's fairly obvious that the man, the monstrously tall 9-foot man that you could never see all of his face, is not here. He seems to have moved on into a different area of the house. You look up. No sign of the hand. Everybody phasers out except for Tahna Sul, who doesn't have a phaser anymore.
Yeah.
Iris runs over to the slab of stone. Okay. Oh, right. I should also say that because, like, anybody standing over by the cellar entrance can see the scratch marks there that Justin pointed out in the picture that say nothing more with a question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are there. That's what it says.
Great.
Normal.
Suspicious.
Nothing more.
So
Quoth the raven.
the shattered tablet at the feet of the statue of the woman who appears to be weeping into her hands. No angel wings, though. Fairly certain. No, just a robe.
Still don't trust it.
The stone tablet at the base of the statue has been shattered, and it looks as if it had been carved with a sun. At which point, everybody with their phasers up sees the hand once again rise up over the side of the building and slowly start moving towards you.
I do believe that's a PQ.
Okay. Joyeh immediately shoots.
Oh, no, I don't. That's not true.
No?
We are from Starfleet. Do you need assistance?
Oh,
Whose turn to Joyeh? What?
There is no response as the hand is coming down towards Ag Allah.
I start shooting.
Okay, so go ahead and
Absolutely not.
go ahead and make a shot. So same type of roll, 2d6 plus the house die, plus your rating. You might have something in like phaser combat or whatnot.
My combat is hand to hand.
Punch the hand.
If I have to, I will.
You're not certain what the rating will be on... Wait, hang on. Let me double check. What is your rating for phasers?
Let me check. I rolled that badly anyway.
Oh,
Forgetting it. I forgot to put a D. Yeah.
Yeah. But you got 10 plus 2. So your roll is 12 and we just don't have the house die. So you can roll 1d6 for the house die.
Yes. But first I check my phaser. Is that was that the little thing that's beside the Starfleet symbol on the weapons?
You don't
that's
need
damage.
to. Yeah, you don't need to roll on the Star Trek character sheet. We're just using the
Yeah.
Darkest House rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have the special rating for phasers.
Gotcha, for focuses and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you fire at it, and the phaser clearly does nothing.
That's fine. I'm ready
Grab
to
those
run
rifles.
away.
Yeah, everybody gets one action that they would like to do, and then something might happen depending on how fast the house is doing. So, Ag Allah shoots at it, Joyeh shouts at it.
Tries to
Iris
reason with
Jirna
it.
Kolrami.
I can
So
see that
the woman is crying over a tablet that has an inscription of the sun shattered.
Correct.
I'm just gonna instinctively go over and shoot the tablet with my phaser to try and like expose it to light.
Okay, go ahead
Channeling my Zelda.
and make a roll to fire.
Yeah, okay. And this is probably just normal. Eating. So I rolled a 9 and no house dice. House dice rolled a 1.
Okay. So with your 9, you fire into it, and like it begins to heat up, and then part of it just poof, like explodes off. Doesn't appear to have any effect.
All right.
What does Tahna Sul do?
I think Iris had something.
Sure. Yeah, Grace. What's Iris doing?
Oh, I was just going to say, since Agala looks like she is quite busy and too busy to catch me, I was just planning on running. However, am I able to interact with this program at all? Like,
you could attempt to. What do you want to do?
well, I mean, just seeing what Jirna was doing, it's probably not possible.
You know what?
I was just curious, given the fact that we're outside, is it like nighttime in this program? Is it daytime but like overcast and stormy? What's the situation?
It is nighttime. The sky is completely dark with no stars. And as you sort of make yourself aware of the holodeck around you, it's clear to you that there are no holodeck emitters.
Ooh.
You should definitely try talking to it. It's not terrifying at all.
Yeah, get photon to photon and see if you can talk this program down. I don't think it's a program, though.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I will do that and just photon to photon. What is your purpose?
Okay.
Oh, that's a deep question.
You pass butter.
And you get... you pass the butter. You get an intense feeling of loneliness. And then layered on top of that, anger. And you're not certain if it's coming from the same source or if something else just pushed its way to the sort of like forefront of your sensors. But
Cool.
the anger just keeps building and building. Would Tahna like to do anything?
Yeah. So Tahna is, since she's already kind of seen the hand once, is a little bit less taken aback by it. So the hand is going for Agala?
Yes.
I'm so ready to start punching the hand.
Am I able to get the attention of the hand and then run for the statue to see if I can get the hand to pick up the statue instead?
Sure. So you could try and make sort of like a, a distraction type roll if you have anything like that.
I don't really have any ratings in anything like that, but
So then you just add your base rating of 2.
okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
So 11?
You are you run forward and you move towards the statue, trying to like you're shouting, you're trying to draw its attention, maybe fire some like random phaser beams at it.
I don't have phaser anymore.
Oh yeah, no phaser.
I'm just like, hey, over here.
It completely ignores you, and even if you add in the house die, it will not succeed.
Dang it.
At which point the hand shoots forward, not like fast, like horror movie fast, but it's suddenly like it's been slow, and suddenly it moves quickly and it grabs at Agala. I'm sorry to say that this is a rating 8, so you need to get a 15 or higher to not be grabbed by it.
I want to punch it in the cuticle or the nail bed, of the sensitive parts that hurt a lot, using my hand-to-hand combat.
Sure, yeah, okay, so to defend yourself from its grab, you're going to attempt to like hit a pressure point or a sensitive part.
I'm just gonna beat the crap out of it with my
hand-to-hand for that.
little Klingon fists.
Sounds good.
You know when something pokes you under like the front of your nail?
Oh. Splinter.
Bamboo torture.
Oh no.
Agala was just too juicy. That hand wants them.
Was that your
Wait.
roll?
Wait,
Nice roll.
what?
Double sixes?
Wait.
Yeah, again.
Wow, you got
Today is the first day in my life
literally
that
a 15. You got exactly a 15, which is amazing.
What is that?
The only
Roll
way that you could have done
amazing.
it without calling on the house die. So please
Angry
describe as this hand is reaching down to grasp you how you stop it.
Oh, I'm full on going into like Klingon battle rage, just like ripping its nails off. No,
One of your
I'm not
bite it.
touching. I'm biting it. I am just fists and feet and face.
It pulls back
And
just a little bit,
snarls.
and then it's going to grab you again. So now everybody can take an action. This hand seems incredibly powerful. Its arm sort of reaches back into the darkness of the night. It is huge. It's a rating 8, so heads up that for the most part, your actions can't actually stop it.
Is the hand's reaction, like the way that it kind of recoils, is it powerful in like a really evil way or in like a childlike way?
It definitely feels malevolent. Not like a curious child, definitely like something that's going to grab and crush because it wants you dead.
I'm gonna do what Tahna Sul tried to do and go and like duck under the statue.
Okay.
Well, where's the exit?
There are 2 exits here. There's the one that you came from that heads to the library, and then the one over here that nobody's gone through.
Should we get out of here the way we haven't been yet? I think we have 13 minutes.
Yeah, no, Joyeh is gonna run the way that we haven't been yet and try to be like, let's go, I'll lay cover fire.
Jirna agrees.
Retreat pattern Delta 5. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what the odds of getting 2 6s are.
And only if you have a
Especially
plus
twice
3.
in one day.
Yeah, that was the second roll. That, oh my gosh.
And then there was a 6 and a 5 before too. Apparently today is the only day in the history of ever that digital dice have liked me.
Yay, roll 20!
Yay!
Okay, so
With
everybody-
Roll20 Pro, you too can roll this well.
That's right. Roll20 Pro does not guarantee that
Yeah,
you
it's
will roll
like-
boxcars.
Small text.
Yeah, this is gonna go by super fast. Okay, so everybody runs towards this area, and the hand sort of like it's recoiled a little bit, and then it comes forward, and it's moving towards like the last person, and you run down the hallway.
Sounds like there's like popcorn table tennis.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, there's some sound in the background.
Those are like the nails.
Ah, you took
good.
my fun idea and made it a nightmare. Jackhead.
Isn't that what this house does?
Yes.
So this hallway goes for a little while and then leads to a door. You open the door, and there's a small staircase that leads down into a large open room. It's a very exciting room. Let's check this out in our last couple of minutes, everybody.
Woo-hoo.
Here we are. And I'm gonna...
Ooh, I don't like the drag marks on the carpet.
More drag marks.
Just
Okay.
they vacuumed recently.
This is a long gallery with white walls bearing several framed paintings.
Paintings!
Stone pillars run the length of the hall. A long red and gold carpet trails down the center of the room. The paintings are old, but some are older than others, with their frames appearing gnawed upon.
Are there any of them missing eyes?
I'm gonna get there, but as you enter the room, you're sort of looking around, and at first it's empty. There is the stairs down that you've come through, and then there's a set of double doors to your left, very large and very familiar. They look like the other side of the locked doors that Agala tried to unlock the first time.
Oh, cool.
As
Oh dear.
you step in and you're glancing at these paintings, taking in these terrifying, horrible images, a figure is suddenly standing in the middle of the room.
Is it Belt Daddy?
It is not Belt Daddy.
No.
Come play with us, Danny.
Oh,
Oh, God.
no.
Oh.
No.
Actually,
I
pretty
don't
fab.
like that.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
not mad at that.
So
Like they're great, but also no.
a sinewy human of indeterminate gender with a large animal skull. You're not certain if that's a mask or their head, with large twisting antlers. Strange sort of skin-tight clothing reminiscent of some of the creatures that you've met in your travels through space. And in a soft, purring voice says, "Welcome to the gallery. I am the curator. If time were not so short, it would be my pleasure to show you around. But we should perhaps get to business." And they sort of reach out their fan, snap it closed, and point towards Joyeh. "You have something that could be returned to the gallery. Would you gift? Would you like to see with the eyes of a child?"
Oh.
I would like to gift. I'm not so sure about the second part, but if I give you the eyes, will the whispers stop?
"The whispers are not my creation, nor can I help you. But seeing with the eyes of a child..."
Yes, I want to see with the eyes of a child.
And the curator sort of like steps back and gestures to one of the paintings.
Oh, I'm going to stick those eyes
They're-
in.
Let's see.
They're weirdly attractive, but terrifying.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
I also noticed when the fan closes, it must just be a dagger.
So up in the top left, there is a portrait of a young boy. The portrait on the canvas, unfortunately, the eyes have been removed. So the curator
Their
just
name
sort
is
of
Max.
points towards it.
Oh, yeah. Joyeh is like, pow, pow, eyes.
And the
Been
eyes,
looking for that.
as you press them against the painting, they immediately sort of meld back into the canvas. And Joyeh turns around and her eyes are a bright, brilliant green.
Oh.
Dang, I don't notice.
The curator is gone. And instead of the set of double doors right here, there is the arch leading outwards.
Okay, guys, nothing happened. I thought I would get to be the giant hand.
Your eyes are real funky now.
Yeah, you kind of got a green thing going.
Whoa, I I have picture
Can I
eyes.
just tricorder Joyeh? The basic diagnostics that everybody seems to know how to do.
As you pull out the tricorder to begin some diagnostics, one of the pillars behind you slams to the ground.
Yep.
Another
Okay,
one
time to
comes,
leave.
and they begin to roll towards you.
Out the arch, everybody go.
This house is so pushy. I'll say as I leave.
And everybody runs out as the room behind you begins to collapse, and shards of like stone and wood are slamming down. The carpet is being torn up. The paintings are falling off the walls. You run out into the holodeck halls, and like 2 ensigns are walking by, like holding racquetball rackets, and like, good program? Yes, Grace.
No.
Like just before running out, can I like photon to photon get a feel for what the room is feeling?
Sure. So, this will be interesting. Let me just switch this to that as we're moving back into Trek. But as you're moving, there's a moment where you're stepping over the threshold between holodeck 3 and the actual like corridor, where you can sense the holo emitters again, and you can tell that there is sort of a slight transition point where you're moving back into the Artemis, and you're very clear that wherever you were, it was not on the ship.
Ooh.
Cool. Very cool.
All right, and the doors close behind you. If you try to open them again, they open and they show just a front yard of a haunted house.
No.
Joyeh, maybe you should go to Medbay.
I'm
Get
gonna
your
go
new eyeballs
Medbay
checked out.
too.
I would say
Jeepers creepers.
everybody also gains 1 doom for having been forced
Oh.
out of the house.
What?
Yeah.
Such doom.
I am at
Such
4 dooms.
Doom.
All doom.
You've amassed 4 doom?
I have 4 doom. Does the eyes give me 5 dooms?
No, the eye does not give you 5 dooms. But,
Doomy.
I think you get... Nope.
No, that was 3.
Okay, so, does anybody... Who has 1 or 2 doom? Alright. You with the 2 dooms, over the next couple of evenings and nights, you have terrible nightmares. Anyone with 3 or 4?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
ain't no party like a Doom Club party.
With 3 or 4, there seems to be always something moving out of the corner of your eye in the darkness. Occasionally you hear sounds that are not there, or you're pretty sure they're not there. Nobody else seems to notice them. And the nightmares get worse.
Cool.
I will
I hope the
clarify-
Artemis is ready for their chief engineer to never sleep again.
Doom does go away with time and with care. So with, like, maybe if you visit Lieutenant Commander Andrew for some counseling sessions, that might help.
No, Joyeh's fine. She loves her eyes. She's gonna solve this. Nothing's wrong. She's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm excited for what you'll be able to see next time you're in the different rooms of the house.
All right. So, everybody, that was The Darkest House again. That was our 3rd episode in The Darkest House. We are guaranteed to enter The Darkest House again on the 9th episode, which will be September 25th. So, yeah, we're taking 2 weeks off. There's no game on the 1st, which, by the way, that is a day off Twitch. Hashtag a day off Twitch. Look it up. The 8th is actually Star Trek Day. So, I mean, go and check out live streams and stuff because they're going to be announcing new things, I think. We're back playing the 15th, 22nd, and 29th of September. And as this is a West Marches campaign, I don't know what we're playing on the 15th or on the... man, what are dates even? On the 15th and 22nd. That'll be up to the players who sign up for that episode. On the 29th, though, it's the Darkest House for sure, because we're going to end this 9-part Twitch stream in the Darkest House. So thank you to the players. Thanks, Jen, for, coming in for the second half, even because of technical difficulties. Thank you, Cierra, for jumping in when we had an illness. And
big time.
Thank you, of course, Grace and Sharayah for coming back, and Justin for coming for your first episode.
Thank you for having me. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And as always, thank you to our lovely sponsor, Roll20. You're the best. Yeah. And thank you to Modiphius and Monte Cook Games, and of course Roll20, for donating awesome giveaways that we gave to people. People, I will get in touch with you to give you your things.
And thank you, people!
And thank you, watchers! People for watching and coming in, hanging out. Make sure to tell your friends. We're not back the next 2 weeks, but we're back on... What are dates?
15th.
The 15th.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night stream.
And...